Hello and welcome to Toto TCG. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here with another Pokemon video on the channel. And in today's video, we're going to be checking out an item that recently came out, or items, should I say. We normally get two of these together, and it's normally quite a nice little battle between which one is better between both of these. Now, funnily enough, I'm pretty sure that both of these have already had EXs, and in fact, both of these may actually be the same EXs that we previously had. Only it's like a alternative artwork, so it's something a little bit different, but it is always fun to have a little look to see what is in these. So what are we talking about? Well, we are talking EX battle decks, and we have got Houndoom versus Melmetal. Now fortunately, Houndoom is a dark type, because if that was a fire type, then we would have a weakness, and that would be very, very interesting. But we have a resistance to grass and a weakness to grass, which seems to be the only similarity between these two. They're both stage 1s as well, but like I said, both of these, I believe, have had previous cards as EXs. They look as if they're the same. Do you know what I mean? But it's just the alternative artwork which makes it look that little bit different. So yeah, we'll be having a little look at both of these. On the side, we've got a little extra bit here, so you can scan that with your phone if you want to. That'll basically explain the play levels, which is what this is here. So it's a level 1, basically meaning easy, let's just say here. It does say start here, but yeah, you got the 1, which is like, you know, I've just started. 2, getting used to it, and 3 is like you're full on, I've built you a deck. It's the whole thing. Normally it's taken from one of the tournaments or the World Championships, and they sort of put them all together. So it requires a little bit more skill to play and also understand and play those mind games as well. A lot of people like to play as well. On the side here, we've got our different deck lists as well. So obviously you've got a dark and a metal type going on here. On the back as well, you've got the contents, the full contents list of both of these. Obviously we're opening both of these. I love how you've got these two little bits here. Master the nuts and bolts of the battle with Melmetal EX, and here the howling battle cry of Houndoom EX as well. Love that. And then of course on the side again, we've got those nice little profiles there, which obviously are taken little circles of those cards. So without further ado, we're going to do it in energy order. We're going to go dark first. We'll do Houndoom here. We recently, I think, pulled a Houndoom EX, and I'm pretty sure it was this one, because I remember seeing that evil claw as one of the attacks there. You can see straight away that you do get that promo on the front. There's a coin in here, but it pretty much sets you up ready to go for playing the game. And obviously it's nice that you get one of these exclusive looking EXs, although of course, like I said, it is an alternative artwork. So without further ado, let's pop this in a sleeve. Let's take a little quick look at this Houndoom just to see what we've got going on. Of course, you only do get one of these, but that's always very, very cool. It's got a HP of 270. Of course, this will give away 2 prize cards, evolving from Houndour there. But Houndoom itself looking extremely ferocious with those little bits of fire coming around here. Really, really awesome. We've got Evil Claw as the first attack here for 90 damage, and if the defending Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, it can't attack during your opponent's next turn. Now obviously if your opponent was to evolve that, so say you went into, for example, a Meltan, and they evolve it into Melmetal, they're not a basic Pokemon anymore, so you can carry on, or at least your opponent, sorry, can carry on and crack on from there. Then we've got Hound's Fang for 220, but it does do 30 to itself, but with a HP of 270, that's not too bad, especially for 3 energies. During these little decks as well, you're not going to be having a lot of disruption, if you know what I mean. It's not like a massive competitive deck. You're just getting used to the game. So getting those 3 energies, awesome stuff. 220, very, very hefty as well. So always good to sort of look out for there. But yeah, very, very interesting indeed. That Houndoom looking extremely awesome. I'll pop that to the back there. So we've got our little deck box here, which does feature this awesome looking dark explosion going on the front here. That looks absolutely ominous right there. Really, really cool. You can see obviously the dark logo there, the Pokeball logo there, but the same effect on both sides. Then into our little plastic area, we have got a coin on the back here, and it is going to be a silver EX coin. So in the past, we've had a couple of different ones. Pretty sure we've had silvers before. It would have been very nice to have a Houndoom coin and a Melmetal coin, but we do get an EX coin nevertheless. In terms of like an EX move, there isn't really anything like that where you need to sort of like flip the coin over, but obviously if you did want to like do heads or tails and you don't have any dice, you can use a coin, which some people do, but most people obviously prefer to use dice. Now, what else have we got in here? Well, we've got our little, I like to call this sort of your little credit card or your little wallet versions of little special conditions, and also what to do with each turn of the game as well, in terms of drawing a card, basic energy, supporters, that sort of thing. But then on the back of this, you've got all special conditions explained, so you're able to sort of understand what each of this means, when they can rotate off, how you can remove them, that sort of thing. So really, really useful, especially if you're getting started. We've got damage counters here, which obviously do go up from 10 to 50 to 100, and they are double-sided as well, so you can pop these out and then crack on with putting your damage all over your cards. Not damaging the cards, just putting the damage on the cards. Then normally this is some sort of way of describing the deck. So of course this one does say Melmetal EX, but if I flip it around, it'll be the same one, but you've got the Houndoom. So what this does is it just gives you a little bit of an insight. So you can give this a little bit of a read and see what's going on here. In terms of, there's more Picos apparently in here, probably another Houndoom, so that means you might have a lot of Houndour and maybe some other Houndooms, just not the EX, only the one. So it gives you that extra little bit of knowledge in what you're doing. Then we've got a full-on quick start rules, which is absolutely chock-a-block full here, so you can have a little look at this. In terms of like all of the different stages, there's a little index as well, so you can sort of find what you're looking for in terms of like how drawing a card or understanding different things on the bench, or you know, stuff like that. So really, really useful. Great way of obviously getting used to it. And if any parents are obviously interested, then it's always a great thing. We always mention this when we open these, but it's always good for those starting out. And then we've also got our Pokemon mat here, which is not like an official mat, it is just a paper mat. But you can see on here we've got the dark emblem up there with the active spot. It also tells you what you can do on your first move, even in brackets as well. So you can not only do stuff on the first turn or that sort of thing. You know, really, really useful. And then on the back here, we have got a sort of explosion between metal and dark there, which does actually look really, really ominous. So loving that. And of course, because we've got both of these, we'll get 2 of those. And then if you are interested in the online game, you do get a code card as well. So you can obviously give that a scan, and then you'll get all of these cards, including that Houndoom. So you can play this online if you wanted to. Maybe play it against some bots if you wanted to sort of get used to it, understand the deck a little bit more. I'm hoping it's not going to be like the pre-release kits where this is going to be all over the shop and they're all going to be everywhere. Hopefully they're all together, but we will see. Let's bring this in and let's have a little look. So here we go. We've got some, yeah, we've got dark energies. There's quite a few of those. Might be all over the shop, but we'll see. We've got Great Ball, dark energy. We've got Houndour. We've got Nimble, Houndoom, dark energy. We've got Umbreon in here. There's the Morpeko. Eevee. We've got the dark energy, energy sticker, Nest Ball, Nemona, Rourke, dark youngster, Rika, Great Ball, dark low kicks. A couple of hollows I'm seeing here. Seviper, Potion, Switch, dark energy sticker, Jacques, Nemona, Nimble, dark energy, Eevee, Houndour, Great Ball, dark Umbreon, Rika, dark Morpeko, dark Houndoom, Seviper, Nemona, Nestball, dark youngster, dark Great Ball, Potion, low kicks, Rook, dark Houndour, Nimble, Eevee, Nemona, dark energy. So I think there's 22, is it 22? No, 18, sorry. 18 dark energies in here, which in a normal deck is way too many. Just putting it out there. But with the supporters we have here as well, we've got a nice little selection here. We've got some drawing cards. We've got quite a few actually. Put a basic energy from your discard pile into your hand as well, so you get a bit of energy retrieval there. Potion for a bit of healing, which with this one is great. I don't know whether there's one or two of those. Great Ball, top 7, find a Pokemon, grab it. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 5, always good. Nest Ball grabs a basic, Nemona more draw. Rika, top 4 cards, put 2 of them into your hand, shuffle the others, so you can basically look at the top 4 and grab which 2 you want. Great Ball again. Nemona, Jacques, great one for the evolutions, which there is quite a few in here, so if you get this maybe turn 1 and you're looking to possibly get some evolutions going next turn, great stuff. Jacques is the one. Flip a coin. If heads, attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. Energy sticker, it is a bit of luck based, but that could be a make it or break it. Switch, always really cool, especially Houndoom is a 2 retreat, so a switch is going to be pretty good to sort of get him out. Another potion, so there's 2 in here. Great Ball, Rika, Rourke, Nemona, Nest Ball, Energy Sticker. Yep, so they all sort of obviously duplicate, as you can see. Then in here, I think, how many EVs did we get in total? Was it just 2 or was it 3? It was 3. 3 EVs, couple of Umbreons in there as well. So EV is the only sort of like basic energy, or normal energy, should I say. We've also got some Nimbles as well in here. You need the Nimbles to evolve up into the low kicks. This is actually a holo in one of the sets. But yeah, you've got this. Switch this Pokemon one on your bench. You can do 30 and then go back to the bench. Punishing kick, 10 damage, and then it does for any damage counters. Oh, this attack does 40 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Ooh, that could be pretty cool. So you can even bounce back in, maybe then switch next turn, and then do that for quite a nice substantial amount of damage with low kicks there. There's the Houndoom. We've got a Surviper in here as well. A little bit of evolution. If it's an evolution Pokemon, it does 50, so that's 100 for just 2. There's the other Houndoom there. Daring Strike, 50, and if it's an evolution Pokemon, oh, I like this. A lot of evolution Pokemon, nice. If this Pokemon has no energy attached to it, it has no retreat cost. Great stuff. So even if you get this up turn 1 and this is in your active, and that was the only one, don't worry about it because you can just retreat it for free when it's got no energy, so that's really cool. It gives you that sort of a way of having a 70 HP Pokemon just sat there whilst your bench is getting ready, which is cool. There's the Umbreon there with Feint Attack, does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, so if they've tried to retreat it because it's close, you could use Feint Attack, boom, and that could get a bench one. Pitch Black Blade for 140, but it can't attack next turn. And then it's pretty much the same stuff going through here. But yeah, very interesting indeed. Very interesting. For each of your benched Houndoom, search your deck for a dark energy and attach it to that Houndoom. Oh, I like that. That is a pretty good Houndoom to have. How many of those are there? There's 3? 3 Houndoom, okay. And then it looks like 2 Houndoom, and then obviously you get the EX. So it is a bit of a fair split there, which is always very good to see. But yeah, there we go. Bit of an insight into that Houndoom EX. We do like to give these decks a little bit of judgment, so we will be checking out what this Melmetal one is going to be like in comparison. Looking at that compatibility, there's a lot of energy sort of retrieval. Now, obviously, with, like I said, with there being 18 cards in each of these, I believe, 19 in this one, sorry, you've got a lot of energy, so you're going to be coming across that quite a lot. So it's whether or not maybe you've attached return and you want to maybe get another one on board. You've got that, was it Rourke, I think, that allows you to draw 2 and put 1 from your discard. But then you've also got the fact of the energy stickers. Bit of luck based, but most of the time you've got 2, I think, in that one, so could be an interesting one. But regardless, let's shift our attention now over to our Melmetal deck. We'll take a little look at Melmetal, see what this one is all about here. So Melmetal EX, of course it does evolve from Meltan. It's a 300 HP Pokemon, so it's already got a bit of a plus there. It's got 30 HP more. So what have we got for attacks here? We've got Metallabilize. Search your deck for up to 2 basic metal energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. Nice way of charging things up. It's got 300, so it's going to be tanking some hits. And then Full Metal Knuckle for 90 plus. This attack does 30 more damage for each metal energy attached to this Pokemon. Not too bad. So if it has got all 4 of those as a metal energy, which of course the first attack can help you with, then you're looking at 120 for the energy and then the 90 on top of that. So what's that, 230? Or is that 210? It's 210, isn't it? Yeah. 210. It does have a hefty retreat cost, let's be honest. But with you doing 210 damage, big damage, big threat on the board, this thing's going to come under a lot of attack possibly. It does give up 2 prize cards as well, so you've got that to sort of consider. But obviously Houndoom and obviously this Melmetal are the only 2 cards in each of these that can give away 2 prize cards. Everything else is just the 1, and if you're obviously playing normal rules, then you're going to have just 6 prize cards. But yeah, Weakness to fire, of course, nothing really goes badly against the Houndoom there. And then resistance to grass. The only thing would be that you use the nimble to attack into this, but I mean, I don't expect you to do that. But that's the only sort of difference there. But yeah, not too bad. It synergizes quite well here. And of course, it looks like an awesome card as well. Looks very cool. We'll have a look at the deck in just a second, just to go through all of the dupes, basically. We've got our coin again. It's another silver one. Would have been cool if we had like a black one for the Houndoom, as it's the dark energy. And then this silver one matches quite nicely with the metal. I would have even taken those energy coins that we had with the... That was this one, wasn't it? The 151, Pokemon 151 tins. They came with different energy coins. That would have been a pretty cool little extra to put in here. But alas, we do get some more EX coins. So we get another little extra little doobie-doo right here. A lot of this is all going to be duplicated. Damage counters. We get the same little sheet there, which we did open. It's got both sides of each of these decks, so you can read up about your opponent if you were to face each other. You've got that quick start rules, and then the only difference basically out of all of this will be the fact that when I open this up, that on this one, that top part will have metal on the top of it. So there'll be that metal effect rather than the dark effect. Apart from that, everything is pretty much the same, bar obviously the deck in here, which we're going to check out right now. So let's pop this open and let's see how this is looking. We'll try and split it all up as well as we go. So we've got probably 5 energies to start things off. Oh, we got some Varooms in here. Okay, Varoom might be a bit of a draw engine going on. So we got Switch, Zacian, ooh, Rourke. Could be a few of the same trainers, to be fair. Potion as well. The Mona. There's the Meltan. Great Ball. Metal. Youngster. Bronzong. Energy Sticker. It's looking very similar. Orthworm. Bronzor. Zacian. Metal. Nestball. I'm just waiting for something else. Oh, there is that one. Okay, that Varoom. Okay. We'll get to why that's not bad in just a second. Meltan. Switch. Metal. Varoom. There's 2 of those. Okay. Rourke again. There's the Varoom, Metal, Bronzor, Nestball, Energy, Shock. This is looking very, very similar indeed. Might have to just look at the boxes quickly to see if there is any differences with the trainers here. So it's going to probably be more focusing on the Pokemon here to see what they're like. Mona, Meltan, Metal Energy. Okay. So let's have a quick lowdown. I'll grab both boxes now. So like I said, we've got 19 metal energies there, so a pretty hefty amount of metal energies. So just to bring this in, so I'm not just looking off to the side, when this wants to do its thing. So we've got 4 to 3 Nemona, Rika 2 to 1, okay, Rourke 2 to 3, okay, bearing in mind that that's the difference. Jacques 1-1, Rico 2-1. Yeah, Great Ball is 4 in each. Switch is 3. 3 switches in this. That's big. So you got a playset basically. There's a lot of this that you're going to be able to get a playset from, which is always really cool. Nestball, big staple. Switch, awesome stuff. Great Ball can be useful. Anything else? Not particularly there. A lot of these are sort of like basic stuff. Okay. The switches, like I said. Potion 2 in this one, but 1 in this one. 2 energy stickers, 2 Nestball, and then 4 Great Ball in each. So as much as there's the same trainers, they've got a different amount in each of them. I'm just trying to think. I think having that Rourke up a little bit more gives it a bit more of an advantage over here. The fact that it's got 3 switches as well is a big amount here. So trainer card wise, this one might be ahead, only because this one's obviously quite bulky, so it needs that sort of switching out to enable it to work properly there. But yeah, like I said, nothing too majorly different apart from the numbers of each of these. So we won't go through this in a big amount of detail. The main thing to look at will be all of the Pokemon. Now, I think they are all, if I'm correct, see if we can get one of each of these out. Let's see, there's a Zacian as well. I know there's that, and then everything else is, yeah, cool. Okay, so we've got Zacian on his own, Meltan, Orthworm, oh, I know what I've missed. The Bronzor, of course, there we go. So let's have a little look at what we've got here in terms of evolutions. So we've got the Bronzor here, nice little snowy Bronzor. Mirror draw cards until you have the same amount of cards in your hand as your opponent. So if you've managed to get rid of a load of cards, could be an interesting one. And then it goes Speed Dive for 30. That would then evolve into your Bronzong. We've got Oracle Press for 20, and during your opponent's next turn, prevent all effects of attack. Right, cool. Extra Sentry for 70 plus. If you have the same amount of cards in your hand as your opponent, this attack does 90 more damage. Okay, so this is sort of setting you up, because you could be like, okay, great, I'm going to get the same amount. They're on 7, I'll get 7. Next turn they play 2, this turn you play 2. Maybe 2 is Energy, Evolve. And you can extra sensory them because you'd be able to get the 70 and the 90 because you both match on 5 cards in hand. So could be an interesting one. It's one of those ones that can sort of happen here, there and everywhere. There's a couple of Meltan in there as well thrown in. Let's just double check the amount. Meltan 3, but you've only got 1 Melmetal. So I mean, if you prize one of these, at least you still got 2 in your deck. But yeah, not much to talk about here. Melt for 20, you know, you want it to evolve up into the Melmetal. Basically, that is it. Zacian, there's 2 of these. So we got 120 HP Pokemon. We've got Iron Roar here for 30. Attach a basic metal energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. So great way if you've maybe used it, maybe discarded it, maybe something got KO'd early. Zacian can come up, do some damage. Also, it's only 1 energy, and it's also charging up something on the bench as well. Brave Blade for 130, but obviously it can't attack next turn, but hopefully by then you could maybe use a switch to get this out, or it gets KO'd, but you've done 130 there. Orthworm, so this one's quite an interesting one. So if this Pokemon has 3 or more metal energy attached, it gets 100 HP. So this becomes a 230 HP Pokemon if you're able to just stack this thing with metal energy. Great thing, because all you have in this deck is metal energy. So Orthworm is pretty big. You've obviously got Zacian to give you a hand there with getting stuff on the bench. So if this is on the bench, you're able to get that from the discard, is it? Yeah. From the discard. You've obviously got the energy stickers. There's Rourke in there as well, so this thing can really start stacking things up. So it's what you want to do, whether you want to put it on your Meltan / Melmetal or the Earthworm, both of which are going to have pretty interesting stuff. We've got Shoot Through here as well, so that's 100 damage, and then this also does 30 to one of your opponent's bench, so obviously you get to pick. But yeah, not too bad there with that Earthworm. Quite an interesting one to have in this deck. And then to add to that, we've also got the Varoom right here, 60, spinning draw for 10, and you get to draw a card. So even if this was the first card and you play this down straight away, you're drawing a card, which is also, you know, it's great because you're able to get through your deck a bit more, give yourself more options in hand. And the main thing then is that it evolves into Varoom right here with this ability, Rumbling Engine. You must discard an energy card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. Amazing. Yes, okay, you're discarding an energy, but does that really matter if Zacian's in the active? Does that matter if you draw into an energy sticker? Absolutely not. You're giving yourself options, and also don't forget, search your deck for okay, so I was going to say I thought that was discard, but it's the deck that you get the energies from. But still, very interesting. I would probably use this more for the ability rather than the attack. Oh, just saying. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 90 more damage. So it's a bit of luck based, but for 4 energies, that's quite hefty. I definitely want to be maybe putting 2 on this for that retreat, just in case it does get dragged up. Not that your opponent, if they're playing Houndoom, would be able to do that, but it's just in case. But yeah, I do quite like this. I'm hoping that this might see a little bit of play. A lot of people were sort of like, oh, a draw engine, this is pretty cool. Quite literally a draw engine, because it is a engine. But yeah, I quite like that. I quite like this indeed. I don't know about you, but I think I have made my decision up about which one is probably the better of the 2, and I'm probably going to have to go with Melmetal here. I think there's a lot more going for it, and I'll give my reasoning why. So, first reason here, I'm going to just state this obviously, this one has 30 HP more. Just saying. Now, you might think, well, it's got 4 retreat. I don't care. I really don't care. The fact that this thing has got 300 HP, it's a tank. It sits there. It churns itself up. It does what it needs to do. It's not discarding energies, by the way. You know, when it does this attack, it's not discarding energies. It stays on there. You have to deal with this. It's a threat. I love it. Houndoom is great. Don't get me wrong. Houndoom is great. And obviously, when you come across this, you only need to use this once or twice. I mean, you only have to use this and then this, and this is gone. So, you know, you're looking pretty good there. But I just like how tanky the Melmetal is. Now, not only that, the Melmetal has some great supporting Pokemon with it. I think that that Reveroom is absolutely crucial. That Rumbling Engine, great stuff. Love that. The Zacian, also, great thing for that bench. But also you've got this Orthworm as well to deal with a 230 HP basic, which is just going to be worth 1 prize as well when you get rid of it. So it's a very threatening deck. Let's just put it that way. It's a very, very threatening deck. And then in addition to that, if that wasn't enough, I think the fact that we've got more switches and Rorks in here as well, just add to it. You get draw engine and also discard, the energy discarded gets attached, but also the switching, it allows you to switch that out, but other stuff can be switched out too, which I think it gives it that advantage. But hey, it's not down to me. Well, I mean, it's not down to me, is it? I'm not going to be playing these. But it's down to you if you are going to be purchasing either of these to see what is going on. I'm just going in and out here. I don't know what I'm doing. But it's up to you as to what you want to do with these, because I think you've got some very interesting dynamics here between both of them. But I just think the Melmetal pips it just a little bit more there. Just a smidgen more. But yeah, there we go. Hope you guys have found that useful. I know a lot of people do enjoy having a look at these, having a bit of a deep dive rather than just open them. It's not obviously a pack opening, but it is obviously checking out a new product and seeing which one of these I probably recommend. So personally, it would be the Melmetal for this one. But yeah, there we go. I shall leave it here for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. We should have some more products coming up very, very soon on the channel, so stick around for those. But yeah, apart from that, I'll leave it here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video on the channel. I'll see you then.